Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan and welcome to my August setup plan with me. Welcome friends, I'm so glad you're here, and this is my Erin Condren Life Planner. There are 3 themes in Erin Condren Life Planners. This one is called Bouquet and it is earth tones. There are 2 others. One is a colorful one and it's called Hexagons this year, and a third is very neutral and it's called Minimal. So as I'm planning, if you decide you want to check out Erin Condren planners, be sure, if you're a newbie, to click on the referral link in the video description because you can get $10 off no matter what you get, whether it's a planner or a sale item or whatever. So as we're setting up the month of August, I like to decorate my planner. And so let me show you the sticker kit we're going to use. It's called Patio Time. It's from my sticker shop, Plan Sarah Plan on Etsy. This is one of the freebies, just a slice of watermelon. And I know it's back to school month, but for me, I don't actually start teaching until September, and it is very hot here in August. So I went with a patio theme and sunshine and just kind of beautiful colors. It's very vibrant. It's got some gold foiling that is faux because this is not actual metallic on there, but I love the patterns that are in this kit. So we are going to begin by setting up the month view, but we're also going to go over to the notes pages before and after the month and the dashboard. Let's turn this around and start with the header, and I'm going to put this all the way to the edge of the page. That's the way my headers are designed, so that they cover any design that's underneath, because if it didn't, it might clash with what you have in your planner. And then I put my days of the week on after that and slide it right up against that decorative header. And my monthly setup plan with me's, you guys, take longer than my weekly plan with me's. So I've been a little stressed out about when I was going to get this done because I just don't have a whole lot of time. I don't know why. We're on summer break. I don't know why I don't have a lot of time, but I don't. It seems like I'm busier than ever. And so I'm going to just quit when I run out of time and come back for a part 2. How's that? So this is going to take us who knows how far. Hopefully we'll get maybe the month view done, but I don't really know if we will. So if we turn it around, we can see what that does. Totally changes, right? This doesn't match, so we're going to cover that up also with a very happy sort of, it's not quite teal. I guess it's more of an aqua. I love this color, and it is so vibrant and happy. Okay, now we're going to put a border around the page. And to do that, you don't really have to use these skinny little decorative washi strips for borders. I just like a border around my page, but you could use these to map out a series of days, like a vacation or the first week of school or something like that. But I like to put the 2 longest ones down at the bottom of the page. If you'll notice, these boxes just have an open end. And for some reason, I like it to have a border. I like it to be closed. Same thing on this left side. So I have some shorter washi strips that we'll use for that. And when I made this kit, you guys, it was instantly my new favorite. And my taste changes with the season. So right now, this is my favorite kit. I absolutely love it. But next month is going to be called Artsy Life. And it's got a similar vibe, but it's kind of darker and it's got like artsy things. Paintings, piano. I'm a piano teacher, so I had to have a piano in there. Stuff like that. You'll have to check it out. And I've brought down here with me, I didn't bring Artsy Life with me, but I brought a sneak peek of the October kit. I don't have the whole kit designed yet, but I brought a sneak peek so you can get a look at it. because I've noticed some people are already ordering October kits, and I've got a couple of years of October kits up, so there's more than one to choose from, but my newest one I'll show you. I just flipped over to October so this wouldn't clash with patio time, but this is going to be the main color scheme of it. I've done the month view stickers, a lot of them. I like this at the bottom of the sidebar, the artsy watercolor pine cones. And then this is a freebie with the kit. I love this. And some more freebies. This is like a prototype, so these are not centered exactly right. In the one that I list, it will of course be centered. But this is a sneak peek of what I'm working on for October. Okay. The next thing I'd like to do is go ahead and put down the little date flags. Here they are, and I'm going to use my Laurel Denise tweezers, but you could use any tweezers or just your fingers. You don't have to use tweezers, but I think this makes it easier. And I'm going to cover up the dates, just doing a little over-explaining for anyone who's new here, and I'll do it in time lapse so you don't have to sit through it. Let's set up this sidebar, and I've been doing things differently for this planner, and I had 1 month in it so far, and what I did was divide this into 3 sections: my goals, household goals, and deadlines this month. And I'm going to use this little freebie to see if it would look good to head each of these sections, or just divide the sections with these. And I'll still put the headers there, but let's just see if it would look nice with the asterisks. So we have some scripts here, and here is the household goals one. You don't really see the asterisks with that, do you? Okay, so live and learn, but I could put it this way. That's what I'm going to do. This section is going to be household goals. Okay, and then deadlines this month, and just my goals. Here's deadlines this month. I don't think I'm going to center it. I'm going to put some deco down here at the bottom. And let's take a look at the deco to see what I might need room for. Oh, okay. Definitely this. The little lounging patio chair. Perfect. And maybe even some sunglasses. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so this will be centered a little differently because of that. And the one that just says my goals is right here. And we'll put that here. Okay, we have some little dots here and also a few on the bottom of this sheet. So last time I had 3 here, 2 here, and I'll just have to check my calendar to see how many I need there. But let's go ahead and put down some goals here, and we'll use the 3 different colors. Should I indent them all, or should I put a dot in the center and then the goal underneath it? Dot, dot. That might work. Let's do that. This is crazy. That means I have to fit all of my writing for whatever the goal is on one line. But I like to experiment, so we're going to see how this goes. Okay, first goal. I just want to get my assignment books ready for the school year. So I just abbreviated that and that to help it to fit. And second goal, have a nice birthday party for Ewan, our second grandson. And we're not hosting it, but we'll be a part of that. And I'm just looking forward to it because it's his first birthday. Third goal, get all of my students' time slots assigned for the coming school year. All right, we're going to move over to the household goals. And I think we have, if we go dot, right, dot, right, dot, that won't quite work. No, let's do it differently than we did that one. Let's do red is next. Thinking out loud as I go because I haven't done it this way before. If we put this here, okay, I tell you what, one of the goals is going to be able to have 2 lines. So we'll just keep lining those up in the center. The first goal will take up 1 line. How's that? And the second goal can take up 2 lines, which is very arbitrary because I don't even know what these are yet. Okay, first household goal. Clean behind the Yamaha, meaning one of our pianos. And it is an upright that's pushed against the wall, and throughout the school year little things fall and roll underneath, and of course it probably gets really dusty back there too. So I need to just pull out the Yamaha and clean behind it and get any little odds and ends that have rolled back there. Second goal, decorate the front hall mantle for the new school year because everybody sees that when they walk right in the front door. We have an old house and there are a lot of fireplaces and mantles, so that just needs an update. Okay, I need to pull my phone down and check my calendar for deadlines this month. August 8th is the deadline for my piano families to get in their piano registrations. That's not really my deadline, but it is theirs. And I'll give myself a deadline of the 29th for getting their lessons scheduled. August 15th is going to be my deadline for getting my assignment book cover designed. Okay, so the sidebar is finished. I don't know if I like the way I did it, but it's fun, it's interesting, and a little bit different. Before I write in my events, I want to consolidate my event labels. So I have some here and I have some here, and I'm just going to put them all over on this page so I can see them at one time. Okay, so now I'm going to throw this little sheet away and set this one aside for later. And we have all of the event labels together so we can really see. All right, so we have how many Sundays? We have 5 Sundays. So we're going to do 5 church stickers and grab the little deco where the church buildings are. And these just alternate between the turquoise and gold. And I think for those, what might look the best is this sort of cherry blossom color or cherry color. We could also use these and write church on them like that. Let's do that. All right, so we're going to write church on these 5. And then we're going to do something cute with the church buildings and the banners. So let's do a prototype. We could do like this, which I kind of like. We could overlap it. I don't like that as much. We could overlap that a bunch like this. I'm sort of liking this way. Okay, so let's do the first one. Maybe come down about 1/4 inch. Let me use tweezers so you can see without my hand blocking. And do the church building like that. Okay, so we're not going to do yellow and yellow. I'm going to skip over to the blue. How am I going to do this? I think I need to switch. Do blue next? I might end up with a blue and blue. I guess that's okay. I moved that one down a little bit further so it won't stick up over the top of the boundary for the day as much. Okay, and then the next 2 could be this and this. That's another reason I like this border, because I can bump stickers up against it. And we're not going to have room. Well, we will have room, but it's going to be really congested right there. Okay, this is going to work out. So this with this with this. That is fine. And I'm going to put this one, do we want to do it sideways? No, I'm just going to put it right up to the top of the day and make it straight. And we'll put this down before we decide about the church buildings and whether or not we have room. We maybe could cut off the bottom of them and just have a steeple. Let's do that. So I'm just going to cut it up so we just see the little bit of the top of the door, and that's it. It still sticks out, doesn't it? But that's the best we can do. And then we'll take the blue one. What do you all think about the days that split like that? I don't know if there's anything we could do about it because it's just how it is. Some people actually take, if there's like the 31st in their planner, what they would do is come up here and actually just move the 31st up there in that empty space. But I think I would get confused doing that. Okay, good. All right, so I am not going to teach piano lessons. I do summer lessons on Thursdays, but I'm not going to do any summer lessons on the last week of August. It's just like my last hurrah, I guess, before school starts. I'm still going to be busy, but I want to just do something to signify that there's no piano. I could actually just do it on this one day. I could just do a sticker that says no piano. Just realized I left my top off of my dual tip marker. Let's use this one and write no piano. Then we're just going to take it and put it on this Thursday when I normally would be teaching. Just like that. Okay, so we have some birthdays, we have some commemorations, we have some people to remember. My dad died last August on the 20th, and I have 3 really close girlfriends or relatives that also died in August. My friend Dee Dee from high school died like my first year out of high school or second year out of high school in August, and my cousin Jamie passed away in August, and my very favorite babysitter when I was little, who was really just not much older than me, but it was a big enough difference that she could watch us. She also passed away in August, and so I'm not going to write down all of that. I definitely do want to write down when my dad died, and maybe I'm just going to write dad in a little heart or dad in the year. Let's look at birthdays for a second. I've got little Ewan's first birthday here, but we're going to have his party here because my niece is getting married on his birthday, and most of the family is going down to Florida for that wedding. So let's commemorate the wedding and the birthday with flag stickers. So for the wedding, we'll use this one, and for Ewan's birthday, we'll use this one. And we'll go ahead and place those. I wasn't sure how this was going to work with the wedding being on little guy's first birthday, but they're going to go down to Florida. So we're going to put the birthday off 1 week, and little guy probably won't know it. But the cool thing is that the kids are all going down to Florida to celebrate their cousin getting married. And my husband and I and our little boys used to live in Florida, and they're actually going to go stay in an Airbnb near where the boys did a lot of their growing up. And I think they're going to take the babies and go visit that spot and take a couple of pictures, which will be really fun. All right, let's put our fun things like manicures, hair appointment stuff. I think that's fun. Let's put those on the scalloped stickers. So my mom has a hair appointment on the 27th, so I'm going to put hers here. I have an appointment on the 29th, so I will put mine here. And then we have manicures and pedicures on the 4th, so that will go here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these down. I said what about my mom? Hers is the 27th. And let's set it here for a second and get out the little haircut tools and see if we want to do something like that. Tell you what, I'm going to go like this and then put this off to the side. And then for mine, we're going to use the little hair color brush and the blow dryer. And we'll do that. And whoops. That. And this. And for the mani and the pedi, let's get out. We don't have to use both of these polishes, but I'm going to get out both of them just in case we decide to do that. Put one there. We could just put them sort of around. I like the blue polish the best. I think that looks the cutest. It's going to be over here. So let me just put that down lightly so we can pick it back up. And I think we'll just do this. This is pretty normal, not super adventurous. Okay, then I've got a doctor's appointment and I forgot when it was. I think it's here, but let me check the calendar again. Yep, sure enough, it is here. And doctor's appointments I consider to be just plain squares. So let's see here. We have the stethoscope. So let's use a contrasting color and put the stethoscope here and right on it like that. Put it on right here, and I'll put the time right above it. Okay, and I might as well put the times on these guys. Well, Mom's is always the same. I don't really need to put that there. Let's leave the times off. Okay, and then I have a music teacher's sort of a semi-party. We're calling it a celebration of teaching. So let's put that on one of these nice flag stickers. And there's a blue here, so we'll go ahead and use yellow. And I'm going to use this one. Okay. I just think the little flag gives it a little special feel. So if you're a doctor appointment, you're just going to get a plain old not special. And if you're a birthday or like a celebration or a party or something, you get the little flag. Okay, I want to remember my dad on the 20th, and I think I'm just going to use one of these navy blue ones. He was in the Navy, so that's perfect. So let's write Dad 2024 right there. And you know what? I still can't believe he's gone. That whole time in hospice and in the hospital is so vivid in my mind to this day. I mean, it's only been a year, so I guess that's to be expected. All right, also on the 8th, that is the registration deadline for my students. So I guess it would be helpful if we go ahead and plot these 3 deadlines on the calendar. So for the deadlines, why don't we have some dots left. We also have like one flag, so that could work for one of them. I think I'm going to use little dots. So we have blue and gold here. Let's use a little red dot and right. Well, there's red there. but we'll use this. And just write registration deadline. And then let's give myself a reminder here to get my cover for the assignment books designed by the 15th. Okay, now I feel like since I'm not teaching piano this week and I have a hair appointment, I need to change the deadline that I gave myself to have the lesson times assigned. Let's move it back a week, and I'll just leave this 29th there, but I would just like to have it done a week earlier, so we'll aim for that. And if I don't get it done, then technically, because it's here in writing, I have another week to get it done. And I really want to remember on the 6th, I believe a year ago, on the 6th, that my dad gave his heart to Christ. I really believe he did. There was so much that was so wonderful about that last time in hospice, and really nice, earnest, and deep conversations about God. And I really believe he gave his heart to Christ on the 6th. So I'm just going to write Dad's birth in Christ. I absolutely love that. Always want to remember August 6th for that wonderful time. Let's flip back to the front cover where I have figured out when I need to do my monthly setups. So for September, I need to do this the week of the 25th through the 31st. Okay, yeah, so we have plenty of time, I guess. Let's do that on the 26th because that's not a mom day. And let's give it a flag. Why not? We like doing plan with me's, so it's going to get a flag. Sorry, I keep forgetting to use the tweezers. I feel like my hand blocks what I'm doing when I don't. All right, and then let's see if we have enough of these dots to just kind of indicate Mom Day, although these three things have already been taken up to represent a deadline, but Mom Day is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So maybe I don't even need to do that because I just have that memorized. I think that's good. Let's leave this blank. It doesn't have to be full right now. I can fill it up as I go along. But let's also see if we want to put some deco down because we have these two full boxes with the sunshine and with the lawn chair. We could put, well, none of them down here. These days are all actual calendar days for the month. Sorry if I just banged my hand against that microphone. Maybe the sunshine right here. And the lawn chair. Well, it could be right there in the center, couldn't it? So these are sort of a pair. Okay, and then the big little watermelon. I just said big little. Okay, the big little watermelon sticker right here. I think it's going to be too big for anything on here, unless I cropped it and had it sticking off the top. I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's just leave that alone. But the other deco might be of some use. Let's look at this. A kite flying could be cute. Maybe here. Oh, look at my dad flying away. Wouldn't that be neat if I'd thought about that? Let's do this. Let's put the kite with Dad. I love that idea. I love that. Okay. And then we've got a pineapple, some lemonade, and some sunscreen. So we could put these up here. Why don't we? Pineapple in the middle. And then the sunscreen next to the box with the patio chair. Move this little pineapple down a little. Try not to push these down very hard until I am happy with where they are. Okay, so that means this guy is finished. And you know, we forgot paydays. They're pretty important. Forgot a couple of birthdays too. So let's do, let's give Ewan some balloons. and a little birthday flag as well. Okay, and then my niece, who is getting married on the 2nd, has her birthday here. So we'll put it this, and I'm going to leave some room to put her name. Like, let's put it right there, tiny. Then my uncle's birthday is here. I'll just put his name there. And then we need to do the paydays. So the paydays are dark blue, and the money, none of the money is dark blue, so that's neat. We'll have some nice contrast. So I think our paydays are here and here. Yeah, that was right. So we're going to put the money there and here. And then the payday perpendicular. And there we go. I'm going to use a different color for me. I have a payday here. And I'm going to style it the same way, just different color money. One more over here. Okay, I think I'm only going to do one more thing in this video, and then we'll have a part 2. But let's go over here to this page where I do my prayer of the month, and I've printed it out on sticker paper. Sorry, Shania, I just didn't have time to write it out. Shania likes it when I do handwritten prayers, and I'll do that sometime, but I can't commit to that all the time. It's just a little bit too difficult for me sometimes. So I'm just going to put a nice pretty strip of decorative washi there, and then the header, and probably, well, that's probably going to be it. Memory. Ah, look what I did. Wrong. The memory verse page is set up exactly this way. Okay, that's why it's good that I did not push that down firmly yet. Okay, prayer of the month is right here. Sorry. Okay, and then we're going to peel this off. Is there room for the big watermelon here? You know what? Maybe I could cut it in half and put one here and one somewhere else. I don't know. This is just a big fun sticker that doesn't even have to go in your planner if you get one, but let's do this. What if we did one like this? And then one like, or, I don't think there's any way this is going to work unless I maybe do this and this. I could maybe go like that. Just little bits of it poking out. Let's do it that way. Okay, so it's got to be about right here. I'm going to put my finger where I want the point of this to be. Just make sure it doesn't hang off of the page. Okay. All right, and then this one. Whew, this is scary. I don't know if I'm going to get this right. Right I want some of the watermelon seeds to show so we really know what it is. I'm going to scoot it over to the left as far as I can. Now, how did I do? Pretty well. You know what? I think I could straighten this out a little bit. It's not on here too firmly yet. There we go. Is it still going to work? Yay! Okay. Now I already got the corner started. So that's helpful. Now, if you want to have my prayer, I will have it in the file area of the Facebook group, Plan Sarah Plans Planner Circle. But I'm sorry to bore you guys who hear this all the time, but some people just have not heard. You've got to answer all 3 questions or I cannot let you in. Okay, so look for those 3 questions and then I will let you in. I think that turned out cute. Okay, let's set up one other thing without actually writing the memory verse. Ah, look what I did. That's okay. We're going to fix it. Let's just set up the header of the memory verses page, but that is going to have to be either in part 2 or 3. Let's see how much we can get done in part 2. All right, I believe I should put this down first. And don't be so reckless with your stickers. Sarah. Okay, and then this. Actually, the way it tore, it would look a little better underneath the top of the M. So we're going to slide it under. It's a little bit crooked, but we got the top of it in the right place. Okay, that's good. We'll come back to the memory verses and we will come back to the dashboard. But let me do a slow motion flyover for you of what we have so far. Here's the prayer of the month page with little watermelon halves poking out from behind. The memory verse page doesn't need a slow motion flyover because we haven't really done anything there yet, but we'll go over to the month view and do a slow motion flyover. I love the colors in this. It's called Patio Time, and if you want to pick it up, there's a discount code for you as a YouTube viewer, which is PSP YouTube 15, and you guessed it, it is for 15% off. Okay, so there is more planning, more stickering to go, so be sure to come back for part 2, and hopefully I will have that up before too long. And thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.